Having difficulty hearing you.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. Can everybody hear me clearly? If you can hear my sound a bit, please acknowledge. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes.
Thank you kindly. Again, I want to give a special good night to all, and I trust and pray that your day has been well with you and your loved ones. Thank you again for coming to the Bahamas Team Build O Founders on Passive webinar. We are so delighted to share this great company with the world and all of our fellow men here in the Bahamas. We take a delight in showing you just how this company can change your life as it is changing ours. Before we go any further, I would like to open up with a word of prayer, which is my customary thing here in the Bahamas. We acknowledge our God, that He is the one who blesses us in all areas of our lives. Can I ask one of you good members to open up with a word of prayer for me, if you will, please? Who would volunteer to do that for me tonight? Please state, and you can commence with the prayer. If not, I will just go ahead and pray. Okay, so I take it that I will go ahead and pray.
No, no, I'll pray. I'll pray,
Okay,
Brother
Brother
Steve.
Thurston, you can go
Yeah.
ahead, sir.
Yeah. Father, we just give you thanks and praise for all that you have done and continue to do. We thank you for bringing to our shores this great company on passive and all that the opportunities that it will bring our way. For we understand that all good and perfect things indeed cometh down from the Father above. For you are good, Lord, and your mercy endureth. Lord, we decree and declare that you are good and your mercy endureth forever. And we thank you, Lord. Thank you for the season in which we are living in, where you are the reason for the season. For God did send his Son into the world, and he came and gave himself for the salvation of our nation. And we embrace the truth of that truth. And we give you thanks and praise. And Lord, as we are about to deliberate, to discuss, to uplift, to encourage, and to bless one another on this great founder, on this great old founders, give us wisdom, give us strength, give us grace and favor as we continue to go forth. And also give our brother Steve, all of the encouragement, all of the strength and wisdom as he continue to support and help us. And we thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you kindly, Brother Thurston. Well, we are at the stage of jubilation now. Why? Simply because something great has happened in the past few days. And we have now reached the pinnacle of our journey, where now we must really seriously consider our commitment and our dedication to this great company, co-founders sorry now, founders on Passive. We've just recently launched our advanced members back office, and I'm telling you, it is great. It is smooth. It is like Mr. Mafara says, kissing a marshmallow. And the long journey to this point has been well spent and well worth it for even what is about to come. So for that reason, we want to really buckle up our belts and strengthen our journey as we continue to march on forward with this great company. We have now come to the last month of now approaching the third year in the building of this great company. And many things are going to be unfolded and laid out for us as founding members to enjoy going along the way. Those who are coming along will reap the benefits in such a short period of time. For those of us who have been in the journey a long time, our understanding and appreciation for this company will grow even that much deeper and profound. We are not about to turn around. We are not weary or tired. We are just beginning to crank up. And we are moving to an altitude. As Mr. Mafara says, our airs are going to pop with the great excitement of the things in which we will enjoy going forward. I would just like at this time to play our national song to this company that is universally played around the world. So please bear with me but for a minute that I may play honor to this song. Give honor to this song, sorry.
We are here, we are on passive, shining bright into the future. We rise high with one heart and revolution, lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn. We are the stars. In it to win it. 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 Bringing hope, shining the light. We're a nation, we are rising with one love, with one hope, bringing solution, lifting up humanity. Let's rise high, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars.
Okay. Are you in it to win it? Are you in it to win it, Tim? Let me hear if you are in it to win it. Please, somebody, just say, I'm in it to win it.
Yes, I'm in it to win it. Yes, indeed. Lovely song. Love it. Love it.
Yes. It is indeed a song that is noteworthy to be sang by all of us, because it's a song that represents a company that backs us and that stands with us in our pursuit for success and happiness and financial stability. I've not found another company that backs me this way and that has my interest in heart at heart like the old founders on Passive Company. I am much elated to be a founding member of it, and I am so thankful to the Almighty Father for allowing me to come across this company and share it with all who is a part of it today. And for those of us who has gained that confidence in the company and confidence in knowing that it is working for us to the betterment of our financial quest and success to the end of our days, we are to bear even more thankfulness to it for all of the hard workers behind the scene. The Hyderabad office, high tech, high, highly educated tech team. And we want to thank our visionary, Mr. Mufara, Ash Mufara and family for giving us this opportunity to be counted in his vision, vision to touch the world, vision to break the back of poverty and to strengthen everybody who can catch his vision around this world. We are so happy to know that the Bahamas has started to bear roots and is taking on the mindset of propagating this company as it has never done before. We are so blessed to be among the nations of the world. We are so blessed to be favored in the history of this company's foundation and to be noted not as just members, but founding members. And that is what we are happy about tonight. I want to take a shift. If there is anybody new inside the webinar tonight, please identify yourself. That way I can know which angle to take in terms of the presentation and going further to elaborate about all this company can do for you or to give you more knowledge of it. Do we have any new guests in the webinar tonight? We all are members. I'm going to call your name and just say member. Mrs. Roll, you are a member, aren't you? Mrs. Curry, Mr. Thurston.
Yes, yes, remember.
Okay, it seems like,
Happily, happily.
okay, it seems like some persons are maybe not receiving my sound bit. I'm wondering, I'm just trying to verify that they can.
Yes, Steve, I'm a member.
Okay, you can. Okay, so you're hearing me well. Mrs.
Yes,
Donnelly?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I wonder if she can speak. Okay, thank you kindly. I just wanted to know. So I don't think we have Mrs. Donnelly Curry. Are you a member or a guest? Can you open your mic, please? Okay, I'm not getting any sound from her. But anyhow, let's go on. What is it that we need to address tonight? I want to give you the privilege and to go in a direction that you may deem that is necessary to be had tonight. I'm not thinking that I don't believe we have any new guests here, but I'm trying to confirm Mrs. Curry. Miss Curry, she can't hear. Mrs. Curry, how are you tonight? Okay. Okay. Again, those of us who have been to the new founders back office, the old founder back office, we're gonna do some dialogues about that in terms of um, how we're gonna go into the back office, how we're gonna access it, and some of the details that you will need to know about. And anybody having any challenge with the new back office at this time? Any questions to you logging in and logging out of it?
Well, I was having some issues.
Okay.
Apparently they did change my Hotmail to my the Gmail. They did take it for me. I wanted it to remain, but nevertheless, it was taken care of, and I got in easy peasy.
Okay.
I floated around and so forth, and then I was having some issues with my wife, um, in her back office also getting in there. But I eventually got that sorted out also. So yeah, I looking good.
Okay.
No problem so far. All is fine.
All right. Mrs. Rule, you had any challenge with the back office? Okay.
No, Steve, I was able to get in and out. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so now we are very fortunate as the founding members to now be privy to a lively back office that is causing many people, all of the million plus members, to now get really excited about what is about to come. And we know that from that point, we're going to be having to experience the opening up on passive. Let me see if I can just take a look into that section for a minute. Hold on just a minute. Okay. One very beautiful site, and many of us are privy to this website. We don't need to get nervous about it. I know we were accustomed to going to the co-founders site, and on that site, we were seeing some different things. But this is now the forerunner leading to the opening of on passive. And there are some a little different features that we must pay attention to when we come to this site, because this site is very sensitive in terms of giving us access into it. You must log in with your email, and once you would have put your password into it, you will receive a PIN code to your email. And upon receiving that PIN code, you will have to come back here and place that PIN code within the 6 boxes that will be displayed. Upon putting that in, you will have free access into the members back office. I do not want to disclose the private details of the back office at this time, because this is an open webinar that many guests can have. And for that reason, I do not want to violate company's policy of having to share sensitive details any further. Now, some people have been claiming that they are receiving or they are not getting into their email, sorry, their back office for multiple reasons. One could be in that they have lost the entrance into their email, and their email has been locked in that they do not remember the password of their email, and they cannot recall for forgotten password, the phone number to send the code to that to them for that email. And this is causing many members to want to call the company or to write the company to ask for assistance in helping them to change their email. Remember, anything that has to do with your login, as far as the company is concerned, has to do with you gaining direct access into your back office. But direct access into your email is our problem, because it's an IP issue between us and our email provider. The company has no responsibility to us from that end. It is only responding to us based on the email that we would have used to sign up into the company. And that is the email that they will use to send back to us all information pertaining to accessing our back office. So I would ask that many persons in their email, you would have to do a few things to retrieve that PIN code. One, you must look and see how you have your email set up, because there are many features within the email that sometimes hide or or does not cause that email to come directly to your inbox. You might have a promotion link inside there. And I often tell people there is an all link that you can click on, and it will cause all of your mail to show up. So you have to look at the format of your email and see how you have it set. You can go into your setting button and adjust your email. And many times when persons do that, the email shows up. Okay? But do not be afraid of the site, because the site will get better and better as the days go on. The technicians are well aware of some of the challenges that members are facing. I remember I had a email that was about 40 characters long, and I tried to put it inside the email section, and it always had a red around it telling me that the email was invalid or something of that sort. And then I moved away from it for a time, and then I went back. And then when I went back, I discovered that the email took. And I was able to log in with that email. It tells me that that situation was highlighted to the company, and they adjusted the many characters that needed to be had within the email section. And so now that isn't a problem to me any longer. And many of us can identify with some challenges we had along the way. And now the company has rectified most of those challenges, and we are now able to smoothly log into our back office. So from this point, once the company is satisfied that all members can now log into their back office and navigate into it comfortably, then the company will go into a 3 weeks countdown period leading to the opening of the on-passive company. So we are much closer than we have been before. This is December, and we have great things to see from Mr. Mafara. We do not know how he is going to approach it, but we know that he is working and his team is working. They're working overtime, tirelessly. And on passive is ready and soon will be revealed to us. So I want to implore all of us to just exercise a little bit more patience and enjoy the ride as we go along. Love and learn more about your back office. Continue to show your presence within it, and you will be okay. Okay, so that being said, I want to go into a little bit more detail in terms of where we stand here in the Bahamas as building the founders on passive company. The last count had for the Bahamas team is 319 and growing. And we're going to start beefing up a lot of the marketing in terms of how we're going to expose the old founders on passive company. Many people are now joining the company from within the Bahamas, from different segments of it. because now Ofounders' presence is now being seen globally. And there are many international counterparts who has their contacts, and some of them are very well in the Bahamas. And now they are being introduced to this great company. And teams are popping up from everywhere now. So the Bahamas co-founders team builders is not the only team in the Bahamas. I want to state that. So it very well may be that soon the Bahamas will have thousands of founding members within its doors. So we want to take our company for what it is, not in a competitive way, because we are not here to compete with any of them or our or anybody. But what we are doing, we are journeying hand in hand because everybody wins within the with the on pass founders on passive company. Does not matter when you came into the doors, whether in 2018 or today. At the end of the day, you are a winner because we have no left behinds within this company. Nobody gets left behind. Everybody wins. So I want to tell you, you are in a good place at the right time and for the right season. Take this company for what it means to you and your loved ones and take it serious as it's your only financial source that will bail you out for life for years to come. Because Passive is just going to do that for us all. And so for that reason, we ought to be even more so serious about how we build it and the time vested in it. I want to give a leeway for anybody's concerns or inputs that they might have that we would need to address. Anybody have anything that they will care to share? Okay. Where are we going from today? We are in December of 2021. I want to also acknowledge that we have been in the making and in the running of this company from about almost 3 years back, or we're approaching the 3 years. So 21, 20, 2019, 2018. I joined the company in December 8th of 2018. December 8th this year, I will celebrate 3 years of my entrance into the doors of Passive. I want to say that in those 3 years, it has been a journey that I would never forget, a journey that I have learned much from, and a journey that I have come to appreciate even today. Many people are asking, where is the money? This company has what we call to it, pin to it, a done deal. If you don't believe that it can make your life better financially, you have not seen and understand the purpose of this company yet. Perhaps we need to revisit some of those webinars that has been recorded many, many months ago. Visit some of the webinars today and do the measuring of it. And we will see that it's not about the money. Money is a pivotal part of our success and our happiness to a certain degree, but the company is not focusing on the money alone. That is secured. Why I say that it's secured? It's secured because we are now over 1,080,000 plus or 87,000 plus strong founding members. Why it's not an issue? Because at the opening of On Passive, we are not just a small company that has just shown its face to appear as a program or some sort of affiliate member company. We are a bona fide brick and mortar company. And at the opening of On Passive, we will open up as a unicorn. For those of us who do not understand what a unicorn is, it's a tech company having opened up and started within its first 10 years of business, doing business, can boast of itself of earning $1 billion. On Passive, once it would have been launched, before the first customer enters its doors, can boast itself of being a unicorn company in that it will be valued at the time of opening over $4 to $5 billion just on the founding members' presence alone as customers within its stores. We're not even talking about yet the first customer entering the door once it would have launched. On Passive will grow bigger and bigger as the months and years goes on. It's going to become a $1 trillion company, far beyond the billion. And you and I are in the running with this company favorably because we have seek to follow the vision of Mr. Mafara. And so I want you to know, members, that you are more than just a member. We are more than just coming into the door using the products. We are a product of the product. We have become knitted with this company, binded with this company in the very sensitive details of the company and all of the foundation laying. So we are in the testing mode right now. And that is why O Founders has been laid out. Also in O Founders, we will find some of the products that has already been given to us to use. I think they're gonna have about 7 of the products within O Founders for our using. Make good use of it. I especially like the O-mail. I have just formatted my email within the O-mail and it's running smooth. I love the make of it and what it's doing. I was able to send out some of the email just to try it out, and I got replies back to it, and it's just smooth. So you want to feel the products. Remember, before using these products, you also must consent with your privacy signature. You don't have to literally sign it with a pen, but in the signature box, you will type your full name, and that act as your signature of privacy to those products. These are one of a kind products that has been built from the ground up. And the good part about it is that we ain't seen nothing yet. Because once on passive opens, then now we are able to go into the on passive back office where the arsenal of products will be there and display for us because it's a one-stop shop. And that's good to know that we can do everything and find everything that we need to do our business on or offline within the on passive back office. I'm excited. I am waiting patiently until that day that the bell rings for all to make the activation of their account. And so that I can go in there and utilize those products. Okay. Again, I give way for those who might want to ask or share or comment or just motivate. This is our night. We are the founding members, and let's do what we must to keep ourselves intact and motivated and determined to build this company. So for that being said, anyone care to share? If you can, you will unmute your mic and you will speak. And if there's any questions, I would like to hear them and see how best we can address it and gain some advancement in terms of our understanding more of this company.
Hey, good night, Stephen.
Good night, beloved. Laverne, how are you?
I am good.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You know the situation I was telling you about with my emails, right?
Hmm.
It seems as though they changed them because when I put them in now, they're saying invalid, sign in, they're telling me to sign in with valid credentials.
So they changed your email.
Yeah, I think they changed it.
Let's be sure about that. We can't just think it. We got to know it for
Yeah.
sure.
No, because when I put the replacement one in,
Uh-huh.
it's sending the code.
Okay. That was
But
one of the ones we sent to the company to
to
change,
yeah, with Marina.
and that took the code there.
Take the code.
Send you
But
a pin.
send me a pin, yeah.
You were able to retrieve it?
Well, actually, one of them is still a problem with one. The other two, they're sending the code. One of them, the old, neither the new replacement one, the both of them are saying invalid.
Okay.
So I think somehow that one have a problem.
But
But
you did get one to work that you had a problem with.
I got two to work. Yeah, you remember it was
You got
three.
two. You got two to work.
Yeah,
So that means that they're working on it.
yeah, but somehow Well, the next one, both of them saying invalid. So it means that they must have put in a new replacement one, but they must have changed it somehow, put in something different because it's still saying invalid. The other two are giving me the code,
Mm.
but that one is still, both of the old and the new is now they're saying it's invalid.
Are you able to access your back office?
I haven't been able to
When
access
you when
my
you
back
when you got
office.
the pin from the email?
No, because like I put in the chat earlier, it's a delay. By the time it's the code reached to me, it's
The,
a
the 5 minutes
already
expired.
expired. Yes,
I see.
expired. Yeah.
And guess
Yeah.
what?
Mhm.
Maybe it's not a delay so much because I was having that same issue and I thought it was a delay as well.
Uh-huh.
But when I went back into my email, and the
Uh-huh.
email, sometimes it doesn't go straight to the inbox. Sometimes you will have to look at it into, sometimes the email lands in the promotion box
Mm.
or another box. But I normally click all mail.
Mhm.
When I click all mail, it shows up sometimes. Or what you
Mhm.
can do, you could put in the search bar or
Mhm.
founders. And that search bar, once you click that search button, it
Mhm.
will bring up everything that says O founders. And
Mhm.
normally when you put the name in, the mail will show right up. So
Mhm.
it's the
Only
delay.
problem is I did all of that. I put all mail and I put everything and I check every box. And then like after maybe about 5 or 6 minutes, I see
Yeah,
it pop up there. I see it pop up. It does come, but it
yeah.
comes late, and by that time it's expired.
But
So I keep.
sometimes
Mhm.
I think it's a delay, not so much from on passive side, but it could be a
Right.
delay in your IP. I mean, your email,
That's what I say. I
sorting
don't
it
know.
up.
It might be the email. It might be the email.
So
I
what
don't
you need
know.
to do, you need to keep playing with it and see how best it can come up. I know right now that my emails now are coming in much faster because I had to play around with it and see what was the delay, what was causing the delay of the email being seen.
Hmm.
Um, once they say that they sent it. Remember now, everything is on automatic because the minute you see that word sent,
Mhm.
that gone from their presence straight to you.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you just have to work with it and feel it out a little bit and see
Mhm.
what is causing the delay for it showing up. Maybe you need to adjust something in your email.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't having no problem with that.
Okay.
Couple days ago, I wasn't having I just started having that problem last night, and
Ah.
then today. I wasn't having that problem all along. They were coming
I'm
on
sure
time.
it's gonna get better along the way. So hold on inside
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I
Hmm,
think it's gonna. I think it's gonna.
don't
You
lose
just,
courage
I
yet.
just was bringing it to your
Yes,
attention. Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand. And this is
yeah,
the reason why we are in the test mode because
yeah. Hmm.
they are watching. And then when Mr. Mafara says that he want to make sure that everything is stabilized before he start that 3 weeks countdown, it means
Right.
that when we the members would have gone and through the test and the trial of it and iron out all of these technical I won't say setback but adjustments that need to be
Little
done.
glitches. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
glitches. Then we
Yeah.
know that we can open it up to the world. I mean, open on passive open to the world because I think what is happening here within O Founders also has a bearing on the functionality of on passive as well. So while we correct this, I feel as if it's correcting on passive's um, navigations as well, if you follow
Right.
me.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why we are founding members and
Hmm.
we are here to feel it. And I'm glad they brought it forward. It's better us experiencing it and waking it out now than having to delay and not bringing it
Right.
forward.
Right. You
So
might as well. The good
I'm
thing is
happy
they
that
brought it out,
we are seeing it. And it's
and we
getting
beta
smoother, you know.
testing now.
It's getting much faster because I've seen the speed of it picked up as well.
Hmm.
And things are happening very, very quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else care to
Hmm.
share input? Okay. Okay, so let's um, continue to go into our back office. And for those who have multiple accounts, if you're having challenges in any of the accounts, then you need to send in a support ticket. If you feel like it's the delay has been so long since the challenge has been hitting you, then you would probably want to send a support ticket to that end. But I know we can't, we mustn't put too much stress on support right now because they understand exactly that the system is fairly new and they are making adjustments along the way. So we don't want to compile so much support ticket, support ticket, support ticket. Time as they deal with them, they could have been probably getting to the root of our problems. So your account is set, it's okay, it's not going anywhere, you're not gonna lose anything. That's your account. And like I said at the offset, I had one account with a 40 a 40 character long for my email. And every time I go to put it in, when I get down to maybe like the 39 character, there's a red bar that comes around the email. Then and it would not let me go any further. I can't even put in the password after that. And then I went into one of the webinars that were being had um, by some of the team members, and I heard them talking about the company is well aware that they need to add more characters to the email for those who have long emails. And I left it about, I was up like late one night, just wondering what's happening, why it wasn't going in. And I said, before I get a headache with this, let me go to bed and sleep it off. And I glad I did. And then I
But your
went,
email, your
huh?
email, your email.
Yeah, I had, see, notice I have more than one account. I have multiple accounts. So,
Right.
and I had one email that was so long,
Oh, I see.
you see?
Okay.
The short
Mm-hmm.
one was just taking like butter. But when I
Mm-hmm.
put that long one in, it like
Mm-hmm.
it treated it like it was a foreign, foreign
Right.
entity. And it
Right.
kept on putting red line around the email box, which means that I couldn't go no further. And I'm like, oh Lord, don't tell me I lose this account. And I just had to throw up my hand and throw it down. And then I said, you know what? They working on it. They got it under control. And 2 days later, when I went back there to put it in, it was smooth as butter. Just took and gone. I said, thank you, Jesus. You see, but then that's technology. And they build it. They knows that uh, adjustments will have to be made with the technology. There is never a smooth sailing of technologies coming out right away. They have to be put under the scrutiny of testing. And we are the testers of it. And that's the only way they're going to know how it works or if it's working as smooth as they want it to. But those guys, they have it under control. They know exactly what they're doing in Hyderabad. Trust me. And they are monitoring all of our movements within the site and how we are dealing with it. Okay, so be not discouraged. And I want to encourage all who still haven't challenged getting in, do not be despair. It will work out. You're going to have access to your account. Come with me. Now, for those who would need that email change, on passive cannot do that for you in terms of changing your email from something that you had created with an email company. But they can change it once they would have satisfied that you are the holder of that account. And that's why we must contact them and send those new emails in. Um, and then they can change it along the way once they satisfy. But normally, to satisfy their curiosity as to who you really is, we will have to go into those emails that we registered with. And that's where the problem becomes with some people because now it's a blockage from their email part, from whatever email provider that they have that is not allowing them to gain access into their email. This is where the email becomes very important. And you see, for every time we enter, we must retrieve that 6-digit PIN code. And this is for our security. And even though we may be having challenges with it, yet it is a great security because it tells me that not anybody could hack into it from offline and just jump into it. They must come through our emails in order to gain access to our account. Now, however, the passive security is going to be, we do not know. And we know that it's going to have certain features to it that we're going to have to adhere to. The KYC is going to come forward that we're going to have to present to them, and we'll know more of it as time goes on. Okay, but it's a good challenge because it's leading to better things for us.
Yeah, I got a question there, Steve. Can I jump in?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead, Tristan.
Concerning the old wallet.
Mhm.
Um, at what point in time you think they would launch the old wallet, and would they give us more input on the old wallet um, in going forward?
The old wallet will be launched at the time of on passive's opening. Simply, I say that because the old wallet is a pivotal product that will be needed for us to do our financial transactions. It's going to be there for us once the on-passive doors are open. Even more so, I might say, once the campaign starts, there's going to be a bonus given out. We know the campaign is not going to last that long, but nonetheless, monies will still be transacted. And we do not know at which point in time that they will put this old wallet. So that could be at any time now. Okay. Remember, we're going to
What
have two wallets, the funding wallet and the O wallet. And the funding wallet is going to be take precedence in terms of meeting our monthly obligation to the company. When we would have met that, we know that any residues from meeting the monthly mandate will fall into the wallet. That's our profitable wallet where we can now access our funds daily, monthly, weekly, and bring it home to us. Sorry, you were going to say something else too.
does that mean that uh, they would perhaps launch it last in terms of if we're gonna open up with these 20 products? Does that mean that the old wallet would be launched last,
We're not going to
or
be.
or yeah, go on, Steve, go on.
No, I'm listening. Finish. You finish.
Or would they midway, for instance, within, because we understand it would be somewhere in the vicinity of about 20 of the investments that they would launch. But when about would they do that? Because again, old wallet also is a product. It's not limited to just the founders, but it is a product. Um, and as a result of that, would they do it part way? Let's say after 10, then they'll do it, and then you get another 10, or just before they open up to the general public. And on the other another question, um, would founders specifically wait until all 1,118,000 plus founding members are fully functional in signing in and enrolling and so on and so forth? Or is it until the AI system has been fully adjusted and they're satisfied with that? I know it's two questions, but sorry about that. That's my point. They are my questions. Can you assist us on that?
Let's see if we can tackle the first question first, in terms of the amount of products that will be issued. If you go into your O-Founders back office, at the very top, there is a button that you can click on, and that will display all of the products that are slated to be laid out. And each of those products has a product information on them, which means that they have already been developed and created for usage. But all of them will not be launched within the O Founders back office. Well, I think we're only gonna have about 7 of the products in the O Founders back office. Your second question has to do with, can you highlight it again, the second question, just in brief? It's the O wallet you're talking about the second question?
Yes, yes. Really, the second question was about how many of the investments we will be launching, and but the first question really was about the e-wallet.
Okay.
And then I alluded to the e-wallet being perhaps another investment in and of itself. That's
Yeah.
but yeah, expand on that there.
Yeah. The O wallet is gonna be a pivotal product that we all gonna begin to appreciate. That product has to be linked to anything that warrants for monies to come in and out of Passive. And that should not be the last one to be looked at. But in my opinion, that's the first, because that has to do with the products. Yes, Sister Luan, you wanted to say something?
Sorry, no.
Oh, that's okay. So we're gonna all see it eventually. And like I said, Mr. Mafara says, to the 3 weeks countdown after the company would have been satisfied that all is well with the Ofanda's transition. It is moving smooth, it is ticking well. Then we will have a 3 weeks countdown to something that he would even blow our mind with at that time, because only he knows what it is that he has to offer or to open or to present to us at that 3 weeks countdown. So we all sit with anticipation, waiting patiently, and we trust to know that if Mr. Mafara said it's going to be something to blow our mind, trust me, it's going to be something to blow our mind. He knows exactly what he's doing and how he is about to bring it forth. Okay. Okay. Many of us can now still use our invite links. All of the prerequisites are there for what was inside the co-founders back office. It's a transition smoothly set within the O-founders back office. You can still see your team. I like the display and the outlay of how they have that organized now. It's more friendlier. We don't have to go searching all around for knowing who is under who and who is not under who. We can see those persons right there. And remember, this is not to say that we are building ahead of everybody to gain a higher spot than they, but what we are doing is that everything that we personally build in ourselves, those of us who would have expended that time in building, or what we call cutting time frames, I have a sense of appreciation of knowing why the company would have asked us to help ourselves along the way and telling family, friends, and neighbors about it. Because now, when we look and see the results at the back office and what it all looked like and how it's all shaping together, we begin to understand, to know exactly what he is saying. The soft, I would say the soft launch, but the the bonus for the second runner-up of the founding members, or the second phase of the founding members, will soon commence. And we know within that, those of us who personally would have go there and help the company build, that's going to be, it's going to be rewarded. Um, and then those who follow after them will also bring rewards to us. So I would say, even though it's a short window of time, I would encourage some of us who do not have our three to think three. Because if he says three and you're free, then that means the quicker we get those three inside there, the quicker we will see the transition of funds from our founding wallet moving into our wallet, our old wallet. We are now a force to be reckoned with worldwide. And what we're going to see once the doors open with the placement of 1,080,000 people is somewhat going to blow our mind. How the company is going to fix that infrastructure to cause everyone to have three people funneling underneath them. It's going to really blow our mind. So we know that this is a done deal. We can tell it by the numbers. So many of us who thinking that it's going to take like a year and a century for it to happen for us once the company doors open, may just well be surprised. And only them and them alone know how they're going to fix these members under all of the persons that are there now. You have the AI that is yet to be turned on. That's going to work 24-hour around the clock while we sleep, pulling in people into the doors of one pass. And then in addition to that, you have the supercharger marketers who are in the doors of the company, who are ready to go all out, pulling in other people from around the globe into this company. So take your mind off. It's not going to happen to you the way you feel like it should happen. You can't predict on passive. On passive is a monster right now. And we are caught in the overflow of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who are going to be falling within the pay structure or the compensation structure of the unpassive pay mechanism. Of course, those of us who have already began building a dynasty for ourselves, people like you who have referred a few people, or like myself who has began an organization And you got to imagine how the company is now going to multiply that cost, whatever you put into it, to multiply tenfold. If you even have three persons there, and then they having to find those three for three to three to three, you can start to see your dividends in a way that's going to really please you tenfold. Okay. So let's get encouraged and let's be motivated about what we have here. I'm not trying to predict on passive. I'm not trying to read into it in any which way, shape, or form. I'm only following it because I know that this company has already a foundation that no other company can stand upon and build like they did. This 3 years has really been a productive 3 years that has been well spent in the ingenuity of this company, the infrastructure of it, or the legalism of it. He has taken this company one bit at a time and has caused this company now to be great among all the companies before it's even out of the gate. I want you to know that many companies are watching on passive. Many companies feel threatened right now for what they see about on passive and how on passive is going to take a massive bite out of their profit line when once those products are released. And people are going to be gravitated towards some passive in numbers that will shock us on a daily basis. I mean, right now, even as founders, it is said and proven that 2 to 3,000 people join per day. What do you think is going to happen in terms of that number once the real products is displayed, once the compensation is now in motion, and the news begins to travel? I mean, right now, on passive is not a new word to anybody because it's all over YouTube's, it's all over the media. There are governments who are talking about on passive. Marketers of all segments of the globe has on passive on its lips. So our work is just about halfway done. And once those AI buttons are pushed and they are starting to funnel out the invitation, the invites to bring in customers into its stores and resellers into its stores, this company is going to be one of the biggest companies that ever hit the face of this earth. We think we understand what Google is earning now or Facebook. With all of the great minds behind these companies and who are trading on billions of dollars all by themselves for their own self-interest. What do you think now is going to happen to a company that has given a bite, a fair share to the average Joe and Jolette? We're going to be a company with lots of zeros behind it, plenty zeros. And we are a part of the history of this. You're going to tell me later, 2 to 3 years from this day, Steve, I understand exactly what you're saying now. I see it. Okay. So we want to brace ourselves to enjoy the journey. I know I'm enjoying it, and I have been looking at it far beyond a casual business that I used to wake up past online and just wanted to make a residual income for maybe a few bucks per month. Those things that I once were engaged in has no comparison to this great company called Unpassive. I see the vision. I caught it. I'm waking it because I believe it. It will pay and pay greatly. It is delivering on all of its promises. So I feel no way hesitant about it. I encourage you all, stay focused, stay determined to hold this company to the end because this company is going no place now other than up, up, up. And if you're not positioned to take the success that is coming your way, you're going to get tumbled over because you become too big for your own self and your mind is not adjusted to the growth of it. We are asking for monies now, trust me. Later on, you're going to want to find out what to do with the monies that's going to be coming to you. This company is going to shine and outshine millions of companies that are out there. To be called a founder member is going to be a privilege and a pride to hold one day. People are going to respect us greatly as being who we are in this company. And passive will be a word that you just mentioned it, and it'll help gain access to many privileges in the business sector. So be encouraged about it. Be excited about it. I'm happy to know tonight that we all are in this to win this, in it to win it. And in fact, it goes so far as to say we are so in it to win it. Win back your life, financially speaking. Win back your time freedom. Winning back your integrity. Winning back your self-respect. No more poverty. No more lack. No more beating ourselves down to get ahead. This company has lifted heavy burdens for us and done things for us that no other company would dare to do for those in whom they engage to become a part of it. Keep this company in prayer. Keep Mr. Mafara in prayer. Keep yourself in prayer. And watch, see what God is going to do. This is a mission that has been designed and purposely set in this earth for all. Black, white, yellow, in between, doesn't matter. Educated, uneducated, doesn't matter. Male, female. The company has a heart for all. Every nation upon the face of this earth. Where is Unpassive? You go down in China, they'll tell you about Unpassive. You go down in Russia, they will tell you about Unpassive. Go in the United States, they'll tell you about Unpassive. Go to Mexico, you'll find it there too. Come to the Bahamas, it's here too. Every segment on the face of this earth is gonna know about Unpassive. Think about this. I'll leave this last thought with you. How did we think the great franchises started? How do we think that the great chicken and the burgers we eat started? From the well-known franchises. Franchises all over. And now they become instantaneously cash driven on a daily basis. We're going to be so big that we're going to be like and far and above those franchises. Because on passive will be known and heard of on a 24-hour spin. And that means there is profit in that on every angle. Another thing I like about it is that Mr. Mafara will never put this company on the stock exchange. You know, and I often say when the stock exchange has a company in the Fortune 500 runnings, that company is causing ripples within the financial sector as being a company that is very healthy, financially speaking. But we know we are already healthy before we get out the gate, financially speaking. We don't need no shareholders to cause the growth of this company to happen. We are the shareholders of it as founding members, if we might want to say it in that light. We're going to be introduced to the mindset of hardness with Mr. Mafara. I am so elated and grateful to know how those who carry the heavy lifting of this company is being treated. When you think about how he loves them and how he compels them to come to be a friend to him rather than an employee, and to be one who would treat them in a humane way, not just as robots in a company to produce and earn a pay at the end of the day. He really has their interest at heart. Now that's a company that I can work for any day. So this staff works tirelessly into some wee hours of the morning sometimes, just to make sure that the product is in a ready state to be rolled out to the world and to us, the founding members. I've never seen it like this before. This can only be a divine movement. And so I want to encourage us all as founding members to brace ourselves. For those of us who have still not given our all to the company, to be sold out about what it means and what it is going to do for us and it is doing for us, we calibrate our thoughts again. And if you need just a little bit of jolt to be infused in you for your understanding more about what this company is really doing for us, please take the time and go into your back office and go under the previous webinars. Listen and learn more about how your future is being changed right now. It is not going to be changed. It's in the process of being changed right now, just because of the fact that you are in the doors of this company and you have been positionally set as a founding member of this company. We're going to get together shortly and we're going to come around the Bahamas Co-Founders Team Roundtable Founders members. And we're going to throw out some stuff and some things and some ideas in which we are going to cause to happen within our country. More so, once we see the funds start to move within our favor and our liking, there will be many things that we can advance into from that point. But we must take care of ourselves first and our loved ones. And we know that's why we're here. And Mr. Mafara knows that. And trust me, he is seeing to it that we will have a great financial future. So I say this, members, your wait will not be in vain. Your time expended in the company will not be taken lightly. Your work in which you put forth in the company will be well rewarded and appreciated. Keep on keeping on, building, building, building. That's what I am doing. And I'm not stopping no time soon. Even after the doors of Unpassive opens, I will even work the more. Because I know that the more I put in, is the more I will get out of it. Now, I don't have to do it. Remember, it's passive. You don't have to do it. But what it's saying is that I'm a founding member. I'm also a marketer. And I also believe in helping myself help the company helps me. In any company we go into, that is the protocol for our advancement and movement within any company. But thank God, even for those who does not have that agenda at heart, our company on Passive still says it will help us, even though when we decide to sit passive and wait. So I want to say, we are all in it to win it. Don't lose focus. Don't lose your vision. Keep believing and trusting in this great company. Anybody care to say anything else at this time? We have about 8 minutes to the closing. We did not have any new guests tonight, so I did not go into the presentation. We're going to also be having private members meeting. We're going to go into the finer details of elaborating more into the founders, members, questions and answers. And those meetings, we will not entertain any visitors because everything we does stays in-house. And we hope that once the training begins and those Members who have the questions and the queries, they will make themselves available so that we can understand more of what we have to share with each other. Okay? So before I close, I give leeway again to any other who might have concern, inputs, what have you. Feel free
I
to.
I heard, yeah, brother Steve, I heard that because the bonus can be so nice that we would be able to spend the weekend in Atlantis, uh, having big time dinner and meeting all the founders and rejoicing because we might be able to sleep that night. Did you hear the same thing also?
By whom? Who sent that remark?
I believe one big mouth fella named
Who-
Thirst.
Yeah. Well, but I concur. And hey, when money isn't an option, anything
Uh,
becomes
s-
anything becomes possible. You know, the Bible says the feast is made for laughter, and wine makes one merry, but money answers all things. Um, but I think once we would have gotten over all of the delights in our lives and what it is that we would want money to do for us, then the finer, intricate part of life kicks in. After I'm able to buy my mansion and drive the nice vehicles and wear the fancy clothes, and eat at the best restaurants and travel where I want, then what? Then it takes now for me to ask myself within, and that's what I would do. Heavenly Father, what is it now that you help me to do with all this money that you have placed in my presence? Give me the wisdom to understand how to spend this to your will and to your glory. That would be my projected thought. Of course, money is gained in an honest way by our Heavenly Father who adds no sorrow to it, only gives him more glory when we have the wisdom to use it wisely. I have some dreams and visions for ministry and for what the Lord wants me to do in my personal life for him before I leave this side of heaven. And I'm seeing it come clear every day. And he is showing it to me more and more. So if you're faithful over the little that he entrusts unto you, surely he will bless you with many more. One time ago, when I was a little younger, the taste for riches and the wealth of life was heavy upon me, forgetting ahead. But sometimes I believe there's a reason why the good Lord does not bless us so early in life, because I believe that some of us cannot handle it. But if I was a millionaire in my younger days, I might have been a dead man today for the foolishness that I might have done with it. But I thank him for the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding as I went along the way. I began to see what the true glory and honor is in having all of the wealth of this world means when I can utilize it to his glory and his honor. Make no mistake about it now, I want to be happy. Yes, I want a great home. Yes, I want to be able to drive any vehicle I want to. Yes, I want to see my family prosper, you know. But again, my true service is to my fellow men for the Lord. And I realize that once I'm taken care of, or once I take care of God's business, He will take care of mine. And that's what I'm excited about. Okay. But all of you, you have your goals and your dreams and your vision. I will encourage you, please get out that magazine, maybe that fancy home that you want, maybe that yacht you want, maybe that aircraft. I don't know. It could be as big as you want it to be. You have no apologies to make to nobody because godly wealth is well earned and it's blessed by the Lord. And you ought to enjoy your wealth. Make no one make you feel apologetic for being wealthy in this earth under the blessings of the Lord. If the world can take it, and if everybody else can get rich around the world and live a good glamorous lifestyle, and some of them, for some of the things that they do to amass these amount of wealth, it will cost you to hang your head down. And they are enjoying life to the fullest under these conditions. Here it is. The Lord has opened up the vault for us in an honest way, in an ethical way, in a way to help our fellow men and help ourselves. Why not take advantage of it? If you don't want it, I can't do nothing about it. I can't make you have it. If you don't know what to do with it, I can't help you. You have to settle in your mind right away what is it that you want to do? What is your purpose of it? And Mr. Mafara, I think that's his vision. He is not interested in the millions or billions of dollars for himself. He and his family, they're going to be okay. They are millionaires many, many times over. But if you hear his story, he said he was not always a millionaire. He'd never thought that he would come to this point in his life where he must now see beyond the money and understand that life was just more than the money. It had to be the finger of God touching this man in some way, shape, or form to cause his heart to spill over to the world the way it is right now. And if we all can touch each other's life that way or somebody else's life, that lends great credibility to our part of living as human beings upon this earth. Let's make our time count. Life is precious and time is precious. And what we must do it in haste while we still have the chance. And if it takes money to do it, then God has opened up the vat for us to receive that money. I thank you all, and I pray all constantly and unceasingly for us all that we will live out the length of our days, and Lord will lend us a little bit more days to enjoy all of the abundance of the wealth that is coming our way. Because we only using it temporary, and then we will be out of this place. But let's go blazing. Let's go shining. Let's go leaving a high legacy of prosperity within this earth for our loved ones and our generations yet unborn. Let's hold on to that with all that we have with this on passive co-founders company. Many people are holding on to it tightly, and you can't get this out of their hands. You will have to chop their hands off to get them off this company. Just go to the webinars and hear the excitement of the millions of people, the thousands of people that join those webinars. Just go into a webinar around the world and hear how they're expressing their gratitude for the way the Lord has caused this company to come into their hands. Think about it. What you and I would have been doing right now, or what would we have been pursuing if On Passive did not come along? We would have still been in the jungle of sorting and dipping in this and dipping in that, and still losing hundreds and thousands of dollars here and there. But now we have a focus. We have a focal point. We have a company that says, I will help carry your burden along the way. I will help lift you to the ladder of success. I will help you market. I will help you do all it takes to break that poverty chain of your feet, of your pockets. No more will Bill. I like Bill, but Bill is a bad boy. Bill overtakes our lives because every day, every month, we have more bill to carry than we have earnings left in our pockets. And inflation is seeing to it that it's going to pull the lives of many down who do not take a hold of their finances or find a vehicle to take or to pull them out of those finances ahead of time. Once inflation rises and the paycheck checks stay stagnant, there's going to be a hurt on this world. There's going to be a hurt on humanity. This is a company that is going to give us a pay raise every time we lay our heads upon our pillows and wake back up. Why shouldn't I promote a company like this? Why shouldn't I tell others that this company can set them free financially? Why shouldn't I do it if I know it's going to do it for me? It takes nothing from me by telling them. It lends no credibility or no competition on their part and my part for me telling them. Let's think in a loving way to somebody who is hurting out there, somebody who would sit down and listen to us while we tell them about this great company. You can save that father who is thinking right now about taking his own life because he does not see the way out clear financially. You could save the life of that mother who seems to think that the only way out is to sell her body to feed her children. You could save that child who feel like life has no meaning to it anymore. And there is a dead end at the end of the road, and they cannot see their way clear any longer. This is our time to cause them to hold their heads up and to smile again because they're going to be rewarded. This world measures standards of success with money. It doesn't matter how pretty you is. It doesn't matter how educated you are. As long as you have money, the world respects you. That's a sad thing to say, but that's the reality of it. And many others now are measuring us by the standard of money in our pockets. The world does not care how you get it. As long as you have money, you're going to gain your respect from the world. God wants to put that respect back in our corner in a godly way, in a fair way. And he has used this company to do it for us. Let's take the opportunity. Let's not be selfish. And I know some of us say we cannot tell it to nobody. We would not share it to nobody until we see the first red cent out of it. And maybe, what is the hardest thing is that to take faith to believe in something that does not appear yet, but you know that it's there. That's what faith is all about. It's a substance. The substance is that we have this substance. We have passive. We have the mandate of it. We have the founder of it who is working tirelessly to the success of it. Now, the money is not an issue. So let's use our faith and help our fellow man. For those of us who have nobody yet, let's make it our business to get even if just one. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. It's really possible. Think about that family member, that cousin, that aunt, uncle, mommy, daddy, brother, sister, somebody. Because as you are thankful today for the person who brought you into it, what do you think is going to happen to the others whom you tell about it? If you were jubilant enough to learn about this company and get excited about it, somebody is waiting to receive the same favor from you. That's how I think about it. My joy is your joy. My success is your success. When I go to the ladder and it is known within the day that Mr. Smith has now hit millionaire status in this company, I do not want to poke my chest out alone. I want to look around on the side of me, and I want to see the David Thurston, Zena Rule, and the Vern, and the Kim, and the Beverly, and all of the others. I want to see them next to me, and I want to see them smiling just as well as I am. And at the end of the day, we'll all be doing the will of the Lord in this earth. This is what it means. This company is the exact thing as what it means, loving your neighbor as yourself and do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That is the principle of this company, carrying out the mandate of the Heavenly Father. So it's more than just us. It's more than just the money. It's about us changing lives and touching it for the better. And one way to touch it, after the touching of the salvation of our God, is by way of some good things in their lives materially. People are starving around the world. People are dying of hunger. People in our own country. I see it daily. I walk about in the country. I walk about doing my assessment. I see people in a rich country that has so many food to throw away by day. Men and women still digging into the garbage. I see the homeless on the side of the road, the street, have no place to put their head at night. I see it. And oftentimes it aches my heart, and I said, Lord, what can be done for such people? They wasn't always like that. They had a bad break. And I said, Lord, it could have been me. It could have been my loved one. The intensity of life is strong and hard, and it's rugged. And many people are not strong enough to face the blows of it. But let those who are strong carry the infirmity of the weak. That is why we are here. That is what life is all about. I thank you all, and may the good Lord continue to bless us, give us the vision, the understanding to help each other, not to pull each other down, not to push each other down. That has been the mandate of businesses of old. That's a dog-eat-dog world. No. This is a new time. We ought to hold each other up, strengthen those feeble ones, and encourage those ones who are a little bit low on their belief, and to tell them, brother, sister, you could make it. Don't give up now. Hope is on the way. And if there's any hope financially speaking, those who once said, Steve, I have education but have no job. Those who feel like life has no more meaning because everything is crumbling around them. Put some meaning in somebody else's life. I know that's what keeps me going. I always believe that if there's a will, there is a way, and that God can do the impossible out of the impossibles of this life. He can do the possible out of the impossibles of this life. What is impossible to any government fixing or any individual helping another, God can do it for us. And he has chosen to do it for us on passive. I don't see no other company coming no time soon. But if it does, please prompt me about it. I'll be more than able to look at it and see it and measure it up side by side with on passive. And I tell you, if the company proves itself to be anywhere within range of on passive, shoulder to shoulder, I will gladly join that company too. So please do not throw away on passive. Do not throw away your membership. Do not regard it lightly because it is one that will surely serve you for many, 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 many years to come. I thank you all and may God bless us all. And I say a pleasant good night to all. Any other closing before we close? Okay, so that being said, I wish you all a good night and may you continue to be blessed and highly favored by the Lord. May we continue to build this company and relentlessly carry out all of the mandates of it to further each other's financial health along the way. And let us continue sharing it. I love you all. Good night. God bless you.
Good night.
Good night to all.
Yeah, we just want to thank you, Steve. Good job. Thank you so much, man.
Okay,
As
bro.
we with much anticipation anticipate even the anticipate
Good.
and scream and shout and thank God and bless God for we ain't saying nothing yet. Good night, everybody.
Good night. God bless you.
Good night, everyone.
Don't forget to tell others about the webinar. I know we have persons out there who still have an interest to learn more about this company. And I would like to know when we have these guests on so that I could know in which direction to go as to whether or not talk straight to the founders or go into a guest mode conversation. We're going to also be having, like I said, I'm going to stop the recording at this time.